One of the directors on this was a co-director on Teen Titans. When I was a kid, I went to Goodwill and found an NES for $10. It was so cheap in retrospect. There's so much. I don't think it has a great story, but at the same time, I haven't played one single Mario game in my life for the story. I play those games because they are visually and audibly appealing and because they have challenging puzzles and innovative controls and ideas that impress me. In general, they are fun. And this movie is a lot of that. Most of the Mario games consist of Mario having to rescue either Peach or Luigi. That's one of the reasons I love Luigi's Mansion so much because it's actually the other way around. Luigi's Mansion is one of my favorite franchises in Nintendo history. The most recent one, Luigi's Mansion 3, I thought was just perfect. And gratefully, there are references to Luigi's Mansion in this movie. There are tons of references constantly. And you can tell that they want to make more. And if they do, it'll probably venture into the Super Mario world and 64 territory and hopefully maybe the Sunshine territory. Because as I said, I feel that's a very underrated game. I mean, imagine like, okay, so Mario is really tired after this movie and him and Peach just want to go on a vacation. Where do they go? Isle Delfino, of course. And what do you know? Isle Delfino is a total mess. There's shit everywhere. What are you going to do? Oh, look, there's a thing called flood. What does that thing do? Oh, it cleans up the island. We got to clean up this fucking island. And young kids can learn about how litter is bad and you shouldn't pollute your planet and all that kind of great stuff. And Captain Planet can come in and be part of it. And the 90s obsession with pollution is bad can just come right back. And we'll get Nickelodeon's The Big Help to sponsor the whole movie. And it'll be perfect. You can see now why it took me so long to get a film made because I'm terrible at pitching ideas. I thought all the voice cast was great, especially Charlie Day as Luigi and Jack Black as Bowser. Those two were amazing. Anya Taylor-Joy is very good as Peach, and there has been quite a bit of debate and discourse on the internet regarding Chris Pratt's casting as Mario. I think he was totally fine in the movie because the film has a great challenge. Mario isn't like Link. Link literally does not talk. Mario does say things in the games, but usually nothing of great depth. So at least they have a way into the idea that Mario talks. But also, if he spoke the way he does in his video games for the entire movie, that might get old, and it also might not go over that well. So the movie takes the approach of having Mario speak like a person, and occasionally having little flourishes that remind you of Mario from the games. Now, there are videos on YouTube that show comparisons between every dubbed version of Mario from the trailers from multiple different countries. If you're the kind of person that wants to explore all of that and choose which one you like and decide that, in fact, the French Mario is your favorite Mario, great. Have fun doing that. I think Chris Pratt was fine in the movie. For me, the movie really picks up once Donkey Kong is introduced. I've always loved that character. He's voiced here by Seth Rogen. DK64, one of my favorite games of all time. I miss Rareware so much being with Nintendo. Not too long after DK's introduction is a fantastic Mario Kart sequence that really sets the pace and tone for the rest of the movie and how fast it will be. And everything after that moved really fast. Everything before that was just fine. And I had a smile on my face, but I didn't really feel invested. I didn't really care about anything I was watching. And as I already said, that's okay. It's okay to watch a Mario movie that's visually beautiful, that has great music by Brian Tyler, that clearly has a love for the games and is trying its best to show that love in every edge of every frame. Speaking of music though, probably the thing that irritated me about the film the most is its use of songs. Not the Mario score or the famous Mario themes, all of that worked very well. There's just a lot of 80s rock in the movie. And when I think of Mario, probably the last thing I think of is 80s rock. They also used the very famous Battle Without Honor or Humanity cue made iconic by Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill and has since been ripped off over and over and over again whenever someone walks in slow motion or suits up for a battle. And it's just stop doing that, please. It's old, it's tired, it's a parody of a parody by this point, and that's gotta go. So like 70% of this movie's music, Brian Tyler's excellent score, loved it. All of the song choices really grated on me and just felt so out of place. That being said, I would like to see another movie in this franchise, and I am just excited that Nintendo has finally allowed one of their IP to get made into a movie, and that it's not bad, that it's actually kind of fun. And I think kids and families really will enjoy this, and that it will go over very well for people, and it probably will make a ton of money. I just feel like if you do another one, there's a lot to be mined from the potential of like an entire Luigi's Mansion-esque movie. If you want to explore other characters that are sort of involved in the Super Smash verse, but not necessarily in Mario, like a Kirby or something along those lines. There's so many things you could do, and I'm excited for those possibilities, and I think this movie is good enough to enjoy wanting more and to be excited about getting more, because at the end of the day, most people my age in their 30s who go to this movie are just going to be looking for a reminder of how much they enjoy these games, their childhood, things that these characters have meant to them over the course of their lives, and young kids who probably don't have that history with Mario. Maybe they've played a game or two, or they don't know about Mario at all, just want to be entertained and have a good time. And I think this movie is going to do very well with that. So if you guys do see it, I'd like to know what you think down below. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Look forward to more videos very soon. And if you like this, you can click right here and get stuck my nut.
With the Super Mario Bros. Movie officially out,
Destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
reviews have started to surface, and surprisingly, there's a bit of a mixed reception from critics, with many reviewers praising the impressive animation and visual effects, but saying the script is unimpressive and with juvenile humor. Though there is a lot of acknowledgement for Jack Black's performance. But this might be one of those situations where the opinions of critics and audiences are completely different. Personally, I think the audience score is overwhelmingly more important than the critic one. But what do you think? With the Super Mario Bros. Movie officially out,
Destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
reviews have started to surface, and surprisingly, there's a bit of a
Critical reception for the Super Critical reception for the Super Mario Bros. Movie has not been great, especially compared to audience reception. But as both a Mario fan and a cinema enjoyer, I'd like to offer my take. Although the movie excels on a technical level, it is undemanding and shallow on a narrative level. The story is basic, the characters are two-dimensional, and it overall doesn't take any risks. Some might say you'll like it if you're a Mario fan, or it was just a fun, enjoyable movie and that's all I wanted. But I like to think that if you could shoot for more, you should. Take Into the Spider-Verse. On the surface, Spider-Verse and the Mario movie share a lot of similarities. Fan service, bright colorful action, a quick pace, and a short runtime. But that movie won over so many more critics, and it wasn't because they were all Spider-Man fans. It was thanks to its distinct style, its edge, and most of all, its heart. You don't need to be a Spider-Man fan to enjoy Into the Spider-Verse. But if you're going to excuse the Mario movie by saying you need to be a fan to enjoy it, don't be surprised when others just don't. Critical reception for the Super Mario Bros. Movie has not been great, especially compared to audience reception. But as
I am so sorry, Mario Brothers movie. You just don't understand the meaning of cinema.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Bowser is coming.
It's a battle of the egocentric kingdoms that like to put their faces on everything in the Super Mario Brothers movie. And as you may have noticed, it's not exactly getting the best reviews from critics, and can you really blame them? This is not what cinema is all about. Sure, it is visually very impressive, but the script simply isn't there. Why can't they make it more like Way of Water? Another film that was visually dazzling, but that wasn't enough. The script was breathtaking. Who has ever dared to suggest Save the Whales? Nobody has. You need to see it several times in order for the layers of that script to really sink in. This movie's fine. I am so sorry, Mario Brothers movie. You just don't understand the meaning of cinema.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Bowser is coming.
It's a battle of the egocentric kingdoms that like to put their faces on everything in the Super Mario Brothers movie. And as you may have noticed, it's not exactly getting the best reviews from critics, and can you really blame them? This is not what cinema is all about. Sure, it is visually very impressive, but the script simply isn't there. Why can't they make it more like Way of Water? Another film that was visually dazzling, but that wasn't enough. The script was breathtaking. Who has ever dared to suggest Save the Whales? Nobody has. You need to see it several times in order for the layers of that script to really sink in. This movie's fine. I am so sorry, Mario Brothers movie. You just don't understand the meaning of cinema.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Bowser is coming.
It's a battle of the egocentric kingdoms that like to put their faces on everything in the Super Mario Brothers.
手头残，差一步掉进深渊无法生还，不甘愿人生苦短，可谁都不是神仙。差一步来晚就更换了，差一步没完就牵着手头残，差一步掉进深渊无法生还，不甘愿人生苦短。 我疯